Well, here we are, Omar. Game week 38. 37 long game weeks to get here. Both Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid are losing, and
This is what it's all about, Title race to the very final day. We begin the day with Atletico 2 points ahead of Madrid. Atletico playing away. Away against. How do you say their name?
Valladolid.
Valladolid.
In English we say Valladolid, but in French people don't really like to pronounce their L's.
French or Spanish?
Oh, Spanish. You can see the state I'm in. It's just what.
It's all blowing up here.
It's all blowing up here
at the
right?
Sixth League podcast. Oh. Something you guys might have noticed. First our logo got changed. First our name got changed, and then our logos got changed in banners, and here we are.
Did our logos get changed?
Our logos have been changed.
Our logos have been changed.
Our Twitter banner's been changed as well.
Our Twitter banner has been changed.
We were
the
promised
Sixth League podcast, and here we are now. So talking about Spanish teams not pronouncing L's. Something that Spanish teams didn't do from 2008 2012, right? So, yeah. A shift in scenario today, a shift in scene here in a bedroom instead of the
usual living room.
Or Zoom.
Or Zoom.
Yeah.
Or Zoom. I think we will be on Zoom again in a few hours' time.
That will be our Fantasy Premier League podcast. But right now, Karim Benzema with a chance, and he skied it. We're currently live reacting to both title games, or both games fighting for the title, both teams fighting for the title. Atletico Madrid, who need to win to retain their title. They need to win.
They need to win. They win, and the La Liga title is theirs. So
pretty much. And on the other hand, Madrid need to win. However, they need to win and hope that Atleti draw. But right now, both teams are losing.
We saw first Atleti actually go down. And then in the Madrid game, the camera turned to Ramos. And Marcelo sitting in the stands and celebrating, It's kind of, you could say, in disbelief that, Atletico are actually down and it's their chance. And less than 30 seconds later, Villareal take the lead at Madrid.
Honestly, what the hell? This is stuff of craziness, right? Because
this is Hollywood.
Yeah, because even game week 37, where we thought something might happen, these guys. I had a chance.
Real Madrid
Casemiro.
almost equalized there with a Casemiro header.
Straight into the hands of whoever the hell Villareal's keeper is right now. Unai Simon, I believe. One of those guys.
I'm gonna take your word for it. Sure. How many minutes added on?
1 minute added on in the Atleti game, and it's the half is.
Oh, and Real Madrid at halftime.
No
that
minutes
was the
added
last chance
for Madrid's game. So that's been something.
Real Madrid have 45 minutes to score 2 goals without conceding at this point. A draw does not win them the league. Atletico will automatically win the league even if they lose their game.
Yeah.
How do you feel? Confident in the second half?
Honestly, I think we're about to witness some of the craziest 45 minutes of football that's gonna come our way. Right now, both teams are just gonna go mad loose, right? Both teams are really just gonna go for it.
They have no choice.
I don't think Atletico Madrid just came back from 1-0 down last game as well.
Suarez scored in the 89th minute.
In the 89th minute. So they'll have a lot of belief. But, we've not been the highest scorers. We've been better defenders throughout the league.
It's been a lot of 1-0s.
A lot of 1-0s. And going down 1-0 to come back 2 goals up.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough. And Villareal is a very good team. They're in the final of Europa League, right?
Mm.
They're not just
They're not your minnows.
they're not your minnows. They're not
Brussels
Valladolid. So on the other hand, Valladolid are also fighting for
relegation.
relegation against relegation.
Mm.
Not fighting for relegation.
We saw Schalke today earlier get relegated, and Werder Bremen, both big teams in Germany.
Well, Schalke got relegated like a month ago.
I mean, today was their final game, I guess.
Oh, right.
In
Like,
the Bundesliga.
after today, they just...
yeah, they're down. And so are Bremen. But coming back to La Liga, with Atletico, the scene is... They're a very defensive team, you know. They're very pragmatic in their approach. So it's going to be interesting. Like, as you said, last game week, they came back in the 89th minute as well. They're going to have to change up their approach. Because right now, let's talk about that goal they conceded. That was on the counter.
Yeah.
The guy ran from his own half.
And they were playing a like ridiculously high line.
That's not something you associate Atletico Madrid with, is it? You have 4 defenders sitting right in front of Oblak, and then the 4 midfielders just in front of them as well.
I'm literally clutching for straws here. Zidane Juju time. Like, honestly, like it's like now or never. He's got to throw on something. Ramos is on the bench. I would not be surprised if Ramos is coming on the 89th minute, 80th minute just to whip in crosses. There's a lot of other players that can, you know, fill in the void as well. We got some attacking prowess on the bench as well.
Speaking of Zidane, this might be his final game in charge of Madrid.
Yeah,
this would be the perfect parting gift.
There are a lot of players who's like, you know, this might be the final game for. Ramos. It might be Ramos's last game. It might be Zidane's last game. There's quite a few. Varane's last game. Possibly Isco, Asensio. There is like Marcelo.
Like, no one cares about Isco and Asensio. They won't. I mean, they're fantastic players, of course, but they're not real starters at this point. Well, Asensio starting today, obviously, but. Of course, Varane and Ramos are 2 guys who have been at that Madrid defense for like starting together for 5 years now, I think. Pepe left when 17? 16?
Yeah, Pepe left after 2016, but 16. They were starting from earlier on. Even in 2013. Even in 2013, Varane started in 2012. Even in 2013, they were starting together. It was a very famous quote by Jose Mourinho when like the rift started between the locker room and Pepe said something about the way Madrid play, about like we need to attack more, about and like in one of the press conferences one of the journalists brought it up, like your defender is saying this, and Jose Mourinho was saying Pepe is saying that because he has a problem, and the problem is called Rafael Varane because at that time he was benched. But then towards when Carlo Ancelotti came back,
Pepe
got reinstated because he kind of wanted to back the experience. And 2015 it went back to Varane, but 2016
with Pepe
it came back to Pepe, the best player in the world in 2016. Ballon d'Or, like, you know, he should have won the Ballon d'Or.
He should have gotten it.
Yeah, in my opinion. He was the best defender in Madrid, and he was the best defender for Portugal that won them the Euros.
Yeah. This Madrid team, you have the likes of, you know, Ramos, Marcelo, Casemiro, Kroos, Modric, Benzema, all 30 plus. Hazard, I mean, injured, but whatever.
Yeah, he's 29.
Turning 30, you know, all these players.
You know, when he spent 2 years injured, I think one of those years, like, let's
just minus a year from there, you know.
Yeah.
Are you expecting a shift? I mean, as you said, Asensio last game, is letting the likes of Asensio go the wisest decision at this time, given that these players, you don't really know how much fuel they have left in their tanks?
Asensio is also like 26, 27. He's not the youngest guy.
He's not 30.
I mean, that's a great point. He's not 30, but at the same time, is Asensio someone, you know, he's not even a starter behind 2 20-year-olds.
That's true.
Right? Who are 21, 22, or like I think Rodrigo's even younger.
Yeah.
So how are you gonna keep him as like someone on the bench, right? He's not. If he's not the core part of your team, if he's not the go-to player, and he's like like aging, and you want to raise funds to build and get other youngsters, I don't see why not.
Yeah.
I don't see why not. On the other hand, if he wants to stay, be a squad player, then of course.
I don't think at this stage in his career he would want to be a squad player, would you? I mean, he has been a squad player for most of his life, bar that, debut season that he had coming off the bench, scoring those 25-yard screamers.
Sorry to interrupt, but like just looking at the goal Madrid conceded, we're just watching the replay now, and that was shambolic defending. This starts off with a poor clearance with I believe is Eder Militao, and then a failed interception. And then,
it's left as a 2-on-1 situation. There's two attackers running.
He's offside, so it doesn't really matter. It's still 1-on-1. And then it's a poor finish. But, it just hits Courtois, but still managed to just sneak in slightly.
There's talk about Gareth Bale, and I saw one of the reports
He wants to retire.
He wants to retire after next season, playing in Madrid.
After collecting 17 million, apparently. I feel like that's gonna be like an end of contract bonus.
I would like to say he'd be the highest golf player in the world, highest paid golf player, but I'm sure Tiger Woods is like.
No, I think Tiger Woods has passed it. I think there are like genuine players that are like way that could get paid a lot more. Well, Atletico, they'll be sad, they're losing, but they will find some respite on the fact that what's it called?
Atletico Madrid.
they'll be sad that they're losing, but they'll find some respite. They'll find content in the fact that Madrid are also losing.
Madrid need 2 goals.
Madrid would be sad, like the fact that they're losing and the fact that they haven't been able to take the advantage. The fact that Atletico is losing, like who would have thought that like against an 18th place side. I think they started the match day as the 19th place. So
Atleti have given them this opportunity on a plate for the La Liga title, and Madrid are the ones who are not capitalizing on it. If Madrid win their game and Atleti win, at least Madrid did what they could have. But right now, Atleti are literally telling them, "Here you go. There's the La Liga title. Go for it."
And I mean, this would be so typical of Atleti, wouldn't it? If they lost today, but it would sum up the season, this really weird and strange season, in a very interesting way. The fact that even we couldn't capitalize on this.
But to be fair, I mean, the comebacks from the clubs like Barcelona and Real Madrid has been very good. We thought the title was wrapped up in December.
Yeah.
Atleti with that 10-point lead or something?
They were 11 points ahead in double digits at one point. Although they had played a game more and everything,
but given Madrid and Barca's form, especially Barca's form at that time, they were losing a lot of games.
It all changed in a span of 1 week when Atletico lost 5 points against Levante in 2 games. So Levante beat them and then drew with them. So that was a huge thing. They went from 11 to 6.
Yeah.
And then they drew against us, and then they drew against Barcelona. So that's like
that brings it down to
4
2
more points.
Yeah.
And then it was fairly certain. They've been on top of La Liga for the majority of
since pretty much league. I think October or something.
Yeah. It was only a couple league games that we were top for 1 game week at the end of the game week, but then we drew, and then it's the Barca Atleti game week when Barca and Atletico drew. We were on top for 2 points, but then we were on level.
Yeah.
And then that Getafe game happened, where an offside, Mariano Diaz scored, but VAR used the wrong frame for the offside, which cost us 2 points. And then the Sevilla game happened, and then everyone dropped points, and now we are.
Would you say that VAR might have cost you the title this season? That not just that game, but there have been plenty of decisions that have been very, 50-50 that could have gone Madrid's way.
Not gonna lie, yeah. Straight up, yeah. There's nothing else about it, but because there's definitely been points in the season, right, where like just on top of the head.
Mhm.
We've had 3 or 4 penalties that have not been given given for us,
Mhm.
that have been given against us.
Yeah.
So there's a clear disparity there. And then just those decisions, like, you know, the Getafe one, like, that's a clear onside. I don't know how you can do it. But then again, you know, I'm speaking as a Madrid fan, and I'm obviously gonna, like, go so in detail and, like, just complain about all the opportunities that weren't given for my club. I'm sure there are, like, Atleti fans out there that be like, hey, you know what, we weren't given that penalty against that team, or
I can't speak about La Liga, but I know in the Champions League against Chelsea, both ties, you know, you could have had that Azpilicueta red card in that second tie very early on, and I can tell you, if I was an Atleti fan, I would be very, very angry at VAR because it wasn't even used at that point.
yeah,
It wasn't even
and
used.
wasn't it at one point that, like, Rudiger tried to choke
Suarez in the first
Suarez?
leg. Yeah.
I mean, just think of that. That's probably a two game.
That's both games.
Yeah,
You know?
it's probably a 2 or 3 game ban, right? Because
yeah,
it's
for sure.
direct assault.
Yeah.
But Rudiger's a warrior,
Rudiger.
but
Hustle.
and on the pitch he hustles like a warrior, but off the pitch he's a very nice guy.
Very nice guy.
His own words.
Humble.
Yeah. What are your thoughts, Umar? What do you think is gonna happen, like, going on from here?
So Real Madrid, I think they have too much character in their squad. I feel like that midfield has carried them for years. Obviously Cruz, I don't think he's playing today, but
He's injured with COVID.
but Modric is on, Casemiro is on, and I just feel, and obviously Fede Valverde, I just feel like if you had to bank on one team actually being able to turn this around, I would bank on Real Madrid. Atletico, they're decent. I mean, don't get me, as we talked, you know, they have done it this season as well. They have a title, the title of.
They have this tagline, you could say, right? They have this.
And it's always against Madrid as well. Let's just add that. Two Champions League. That's, I think, Super Cup where Morata was through. 1-on-1, and then Valverde just took him out, and then they lost the penalties or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like there's some kind of.
Even 2016, they lost, like, Champions League final. They also lost it on penalties. Yeah, it's.
They
could say, you know, you say that, and I want to agree with you, because I want that to be true. But the reality of the situation is that this season they've been different. Last game just proves it. You know, last game was a game that they weren't supposed to win.
They weren't gonna win if one player that they brought in for this season for 6 million, mind you, 6 million euros.
And I'm not even sure it's a 6 million with an asterisk. You know, it's not. It's not 6 million. It's like 6 million with an asterisk, because no one actually knows. You know, if they even received a transfer fee or if that's just his salary and stuff. So it's.
I still can't get my head around it. How do you let a player like Luis Suarez? I get it. He didn't do as well as he normally does as he did in his previous seasons at Barcelona. But that's Luis Suarez.
I think it was a premature move by Barcelona board. They were finding a scapegoat, and they found it. They found it to be Luis Suarez. I also think they wanted to lighten the salary, the wage bill. Yeah. So he was obviously gonna be like an easy target. Like, hey, why don't you just, you know, cut his? Because I think he was one of the top earners right after Messi. Same thing with Vidal. He wasn't really like, I mean, he wasn't a bad player and he didn't have bad performances, but you know, he was earning a lot of money.
Funnily enough, do you think there's something going on at the club where it was? You talked about these players, Vidal, Suarez, you know. I mean, they were relatively new players in that Barcelona team. And then you've got the likes of Piqué, Busquets, Jordi Alba, who have been there for 10 years or more, whatever. And you could argue that the likes of Vidal and Suarez were definitely performing better than the other names that I just mentioned. But Barcelona seemed to axe those two and keep the other three.
I completely agree. I mean, just looking back from the Roma game, right, from the like Juve game and from the Liverpool game, like there's one player that has been synonymously bad. You know,
How are you crying
Jordi-
at halftime, bro?
like,
How are you crying at halftime?
It's only 2-0 and you're still.
You're in the lead. You need one away goal, and then Liverpool need 5. Calm down.
I'm like, listen, it's the same with English clubs, right?
Mm.
English clubs, they would like axe a foreign player before they even touch a what's it called, one of their local lads.
If Dan James was from France, he'd be gone like that from United. I'm just thinking,
Yeah, I completely agree. And it's similar to, like, in Spain, and especially for Catalans, they're very proud for their
local traditions
being Catalan.
Yeah.
This is something that really
Obviously,
they
have
care
that
about.
political history
Yeah.
about splitting from the nation and everything.
It's the political history that's the more decisive factor of keeping these guys in them. I mean, just look at Sergio Roberto. That guy starts games even till now, and to be honest, he doesn't offer a lot more.
Hey, but he scored that goal against PSG.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's still keeping him at the club.
So the second half of both games has just started. Nervous, Abdul Rehman?
I am very nervous, but I'm also very excited because I have a good feeling.
Yeah.
Because we've started the game off pretty well.
Look at Benzema running through those. Oh, okay, that was decent.
Yeah.
Okay, that was not decent.
However, Atleti have also started the game very well. And great defending by Valladolid. They really want that 150,000 bonus.
Is it each or for the whole team?
For each.
Oh, okay.
For the whole team, $150,000. Do you think they would care? Divide that by 25 or 20 or 18 even, like.
I mean,
how much is that? That's like
7,000, 8,000.
Perhaps per goal, that would be something cool. Ooh, Valladolid on the break. Well, yeah.
I'm just thinking along the lines of, what's happened in the Atletico game?
I think he's waved off like a appeal for a VAR penalty or something. Yeah, he's waved that off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if that was like how the league
was decided,
then
there'd be riots. Oh, nothing even happened. What really happened? I don't think there was a handball.
No, it wasn't for the handball. See, you don't even know what happened. It was for the challenge on Lorente.
Oh, okay.
He was trying to
follow
block
through.
Yeah, he was trying to block the ball there.
Oh man.
You know when it's that kind of situation where people don't even know what they're appealing for, then you pretty much know like it's a non-issue. I mean, did that guy just blend into the advertising? Fun times. Come on, Villareal, slip up here. Villareal are also in the hope of securing Europa League qualification. They haven't qualified for Europa League,
but they're in the final of the actual
Europa League of this season's competition. But for next season, they're 7th right now. So
imagine they lose today, but then win the Europa League final and play in the Champions League next season. That would.
I think they would want to win the Europa League just for the fact that they can qualify for the Champions League. More so than,
the revenues you get from the Champions League are ridiculously high compared to the Europa League.
Not as much as they would have been in the
European Super League.
But what can we do?
Here at the 6th League team, how do we feel about the Super League? Because we never actually got to talk about it on camera, I think.
Yeah, we were all very busy during that time, but
exam season.
But it's been all right. Like there's been a lot that's been happening.
We're not Gary Neville who are gonna go on about it after a month, 2 months. How long has it been? I'm sure it's been more than a month.
It started in April, I think. I mean, the whole Ramadan went by, right?
Yeah. Modric whips in a no. Okay, who was that? I think that was Casemiro. No, Valverde.
Yeah.
Okay, Atletico with a chance.
Appeals for handball again by Atleti.
All of Atletico's attacks are coming from the wing, right wing specifically. That's the third one in the second half.
Long ball.
Oh, that was very sloppy. That was sloppier.
That was Atletico got away with one,
Mm.
and Villareal are defending with 12 men back. I don't know how so. I'm just here's Vinicius. He breaks to line
And passes it
and
straight
passes
to the keeper.
the ball to the keeper. How many times have we said that this season? How many times have we said that?
Not too often actually. He's passed it to the advertising boards a
Boards a lot
more
too.
often. What did he try to do there? I don't understand.
I think he tried to chip it into
From
the middle.
there?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Are they? Atleti are complaining for a handball for that. It was a simple block. Atletico have a corner. Koke whips it in. And it goes
Valladolid.
straight back to Koke. They don't like it. Whip it in again.
Oh! And he's just gone over the bar. Thank God, of course.
Wait, who's on Atletico's bench today they can bring on?
I have no idea.
They're starting.
I didn't even see the starting lineups until like the game started out.
They're starting Correa, Suarez, Carrasco, Llorente, Saul, Koke, and then the back four and keeper.
Yeah.
I guess that leaves Lamar.
Yeah.
Who
But I
else?
think Lamar's injured.
Lamar's injured. Okay, I have no idea who else do they have.
Celta also beating Betis 2-0. Which also plays a part in the Europa League race.
Mm.
Because Betis is on points with one of them. And Celta have nothing to play for.
Oh, we've got the
Live
live table.
Villarreal are 5th.
Villarreal 5th, Sociedad 6th, and Betis are right now 7th.
Yeah, someone just should tell Villarreal, bro, just draw. You're getting Europa League. It's fine. Just let us win.
No, if the 6th place get Europa League as well? Because if they're draw, then they're 6th.
Oh, we don't need them to draw. We need them to lose. It can't be, VLL and VIL are winning. Oh my God! Here comes a cross in. Is that gonna be
These
a
crosses have been quite poor.
corner?
Benzema he breaks off to the back, and they always come to the front. Like,
The thing is that before,
there was a challenge on Casemiro.
yeah, but I don't think that's gonna be enough in this league. Here comes a cross in. Oh, that wasn't too far off. That wasn't too far off.
I think the
Narrowly
keeper
missed.
had that covered.
I don't think so.
The dive was more of a.
No, I don't think so. If
Really?
it just creeped in the top corner, I don't think he had it covered.
I think his hand was reaching, to be honest. Oh, okay. I think Isco has just stopped warming up. Maybe coming on very soon.
And Madrid give the ball again, sloppily. It's been a tough one. I'm very happy in a way that Zidane backed Nacho and Militao and didn't just throw in Ramos unlike that Chelsea game. Because I think that would have messed, the way we played a lot.
I feel like no matter how great a player is, you don't just throw them into the deep end first game.
I
back
mean,
from injury.
he had played one game in 2021. I think that was kind of a poor decision. But then again, we were short on players anyways.
That's true.
We didn't have midfield. We didn't have enough players just to play. So that was interesting. Okay, good ball from Vinicius.
Good pass by Vinicius. Straight into the hands of the keeper.
This guy, man. I don't know what he's doing there. Like, he's not under any pressure. Why is he just... And with his left foot, he's right-footed. Like, just turn. What are you, a truck? Like, just turn. You're like... You don't even need space to turn. You're not even running. But with his left foot...
I love these cameras on the sidelines in La Liga. These really HD ones.
Yeah, they've got them in... actually, they're not HD. They just blur the background.
Yeah, no. Like
it's the focus. Yeah.
They like the focus was on Trippier right now, and he looked so HD. You know.
You could see him in the Euro squad.
Ooh. Actually, you know what? That's a decent debate. Should we have that right now, or I think just before the Euros, maybe.
The right backs of England.
The right backs of England, yeah.
That's a good one, to be honest.
Trent, Wan-Bissaka, James, Trippier, Walker. I mean, Walker plays centre back for Gareth Southgate.
He's gonna play 3 at the back, right? Even though people might think he's gonna play 4 at the back.
5-1-4.
Even the likes of some pundits saying, "Oh no, because you like
midfield general Eric Dyer, the sole midfielder." Benzema!
It's 1-1. It's 1-1. And Atletico are losing. Come on, we need one goal.
More.
We need 1 goal.
35 minutes for one. Okay, I think they're gonna have a check for offside.
They're gonna check for VAR. He looked a little bit.
Benzema did look.
He's on. He's on.
The left centre back, I think, is playing him onside.
He's on. Great header, great ball. It's gonna be very close, but I think he's on. Usually, the player that's closer.
Yeah, the line is drawn.
Yeah, it's drawn inwards, so I think it should be fine.
But it would be the most typical thing for Real Madrid season for VAR to cancel this out now.
This gets VAR'd out, it would be like. Yeah, he looks on from here.
He does.
He looks on from here.
It was a good run.
I mean, offsides have been pathetically marginalized this season. And, we saw it in the beginning. Atletico also get a chance on the other end. They scoot.
It just goes across the 6-yard box with
the VAR check is taking longer.
It is taking Why do I have a feeling?
Javier Tebas, get off the phone.
Who's that?
The La Liga president.
Oh, okay.
Who were like, he was like, Florentino Perez doesn't like to lose, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
Okay, there's a long check for this.
It's still going on.
There's a long check for this. Meanwhile, Atleti have played 2 more minutes. These are also minutes that we're not going to get back at the end of the game. What about this?
There were 0 added minutes in the first half.
But I mean, what do you think about this? Like in football, like when VAR checks are being done, like they're gonna take 2 minutes.
This has taken 2 minutes. I think more.
It's gonna take 2 minutes, or maybe even more, 3 minutes. But we never see these minutes being added on. It's like usually +6, +8. In the FIFA World Cup, we saw play 10, +10, +12.
He's about to make a decision. We still haven't seen the lines being drawn. Do they not?
They only.
Oh no!
It's off.
Offside, but that is the most. Atletico have scored! Atletico have scored on the other. Oh my God, Abdul Rehman. How do you feel? Okay. So, just to summarize, Benzema scores a 2.5 minute VAR check. And as that's happening, the goal cancelled out, by the way. And as that's happening, Correa has scored for Atletico. And it's 1-1 now. So as things stands, 84 points Atletico, 81 Real Madrid.
Decent strike by Correa.
Very
good dribble. A toe poke. A toe poke to get them the win.
That was a booze. No, but this little dribble that he did.
He got into a great position, but the keeper should have done better.
Is that the La Liga title race finito? I mean, there's still 30 minutes.
35 minutes. Plus added time.
The ones that we're not going to get for the VAR check. Let's just go back to that. Okay, surely now at this point, you might say VAR might have an agenda. This is, as a neutral fan, I am enjoying this. I'm not going to lie. This is the stuff that I'm here for. Oh, Vinicius off?
I think for Rodrigo, but that's fine. I'm not too...
Zidane saw those passes to the keeper and said, right, I've added back... Okay, you know what? Let's just back to the bench.
It's been. The thing is that it's not very clear to say like that. I mean, it was a very close call for sure, and I mean, that one can go either ways. It's not too, but I didn't think from first glance it didn't look offside to me.
The thing is, I feel if you need to do a 3-minute check just to see the most tiniest of margins of offside.
I mean, they didn't show the lines yet.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be an interesting one. This one. Well,
see, like for
this might be it. You know, just because Atletico have scored, I think that's like a bigger thing compared to.
Okay. No.
This might be a bigger thing compared to Madrid not scoring. Atleti scoring is a bigger thing because, I mean, like, you know, now they're drawing and.
Oh, okay. That wasn't a bad ball.
It's gonna be attack versus defense. Like everyone's just following up.
What do you think of this left back, Miguel
Gutierrez?
Mm.
He's very good. He's very mature. This crop of young players from Madrid. You know, we got a couple. We got this midfielder called Blanco, and then this left back called Gutierrez. Both of them are gonna be included in the first team next season. They're gonna be promoted, and both of them have played, you know, tremendously well. Ooh.
There's appeals for a penalty.
No, I don't think it's a penalty. I think it's like one work. Yeah. João Felix is coming on.
Who's 12? I think Renan Lodi.
No way is he parking the bus.
But with Felix coming on as okay.
Goal kick. Wow.
To be honest, he didn't really appeal for it either. I think. Yeah.
So, Marcelo's almost a goner at this point.
And by that we mean retired or finished, not an Arsenal player. Although it would be very Arsenal to buy him. Old Brazilian player David Luiz William. Now Marcelo.
They could actually.
Okay, now they're showing the lines. Oh, come on. That's pretty much nothing.
I don't think this line is
accurate.
Very accurate. Like, that does not look geometrically correct.
Did they use one of those bendy protractors or what?
No. That Villareal, you know, arm did not look very correct. The thing is that VAR needs a little bit more of what's his face? It needs a little bit more standardized procedure to be drawing these lines, because you can't have one time. We've seen this in like every single league. You know, Valladolid have just missed a point blank chance. Oblak is having a mare. Oh my days! He should be bagging that. That's like 150,000 bonus for you. Oh my days! I don't know how he's missed that. Awful. But going back to the VAR, right? It's not that like VAR is bad, right? It's not that VAR, what's his face, is ruining football. I don't believe that. I think at the end of the day, if the guy's offside,
he's offside.
I'm just finding it difficult to accept that. But I think it's more that there just needs to be a consistent method, you know, a more scientific procedure to be
to determine what's offside and what's not.
Yeah. I feel like they could use softwares rather than drawing individual lines at this point.
That guy's like a mile offside. In cricket, we see this thing. It's called umpire's call, and it's basically when whatever decision you have, like LBW in this instance, and it's very close, marginal, and obviously it's the system, the computer, it determines where the ball is going, whether it's going to hit the wicket or not, and it's a very good guess, but you know, it sometimes might not be accurate. So what they have is it's called the umpire's call. And if it's very close to determine like whether it was actually going to hit the wicket or not, whatever decision the umpire has given, they just go with that. So could, for example, in this instance, the Benzema with the lines being drawn for 3 minutes, very close, could they have just done something like that and, you know, given the goal?
No, the thing is that like the idea is nice, and we've had this conversation before as well. But in cricket, the umpire call, like the reason for it stems comes because of the margin of error of the projection.
Yeah.
Because they actually project where the ball is going to go.
They track the ball.
That is much more difficult than
drawing lines.
two lines. You know, that's not the same thing.
But even for VAR decisions, I mean, you might argue that the lines weren't, correctly drawn sometimes. I remember the 2019 semi-final for the League Cup between Chelsea and Tottenham, where I think Kane got a penalty when Kepa tripped him. The VAR frame for the offside was wrong. That's not when the ball was released, and they framed it then, so Kane was onside, but he was technically off. And that, I'm sure that's not the only instance where,
I mean, it's probably happened so many times. I mean, just against Madrid and Getafe, right?
Yeah.
Mariano Diaz was clearly onside, but he was determined not to be.
So how do you get rid of these errors? I mean, where they're just stopping it at the wrong frame?
I think it's, like I said, a better approach would be to standardize how you approach VAR, right? Instead of listen, you ask anyone to draw any lines, right? They're gonna draw it differently every single time, and the thickness of the lines that they use is very.
That's also been a huge subject of debate.
I feel like given the technology that exists, they could use thinner lines. I mean, the lines are as thick as some of the players, but one way to do it is to use standardized software for like each stadium, perhaps. Like these clubs have money, right? Each stadium should be required to.
That's why they decided to start the European Super League.
They have enough money to they have so many cameras on the side. Perhaps the league should enforce it or something, but either ways, they should have cameras that have captured the ground well enough that are correlated with the software.
Exactly.
So the software that would like determine.
Okay. I feel like there was a foul on the keeper, which the referee also just gave advantage.
Benzema's missed a sitter.
No. Oh my God.
Benzema's missed a sitter.
Should have given it back to Rodrigo.
Benzema's missed a sitter. Oh my God.
Deschamps. Giroud. Olivier Giroud won you the World Cup. He's going to win you the Euros as well.
He won you the World Cup with 0 shots on target. Oh my days. This is the second play.
Unlucky Benzema today or what? Offside goal. Now this. I mean, 99 times out of 100.
Atletico have scored.
Okay, it doesn't even matter if Madrid win now. Atletico have scored. It's 2-1.
C'était roux par roux.
That's it. Congratulations, Atletico Madrid, for your La Liga. We'll be back next year.
Suarez.
Oh, of course.
Barcelona's, those bastards, they sold a player that cost them the league. They sold a player that cost us the league. Not only did they affect themselves, but why'd you select this to their direct rivals? How dumb do you have to be? At least Juve was fine. Get him past that Italian citizenship. But no, 6 million to Atleti. Oh, it's pathetic.
Allegedly, 6 million. Could be 0 for all we know.
I think 6 million is probably just his back pass. A back pass to Suarez. What a finish, to be honest. Like, you can't even, like... that's also clinical, right? Like, Benzema's just missed a easier chance on the other end. And here on out. Well...
What's interesting about the Suarez finishes, just before a striker finishes, usually you tend to see them slow down a bit, to compose themselves with that strike. Suarez didn't stop. He didn't slow down. He just... full speed into the bottom left-hand corner. That was perfect. What a player.
Nah, all props to him. Like, that finish is actually pretty difficult on his left foot as well.
And you know what? With the difficulties that... I guess... difficulties is the wrong word. With all the opportunities that Atletico have had over the years to win titles, and they've come close, very close, and then bottled it. it just felt like, it's coming. You see a team bottle it once, twice, but you just know every time they're in there, surely would this be the chance? Would this be the chance? Would it be the chance? And finally this year, no, I mean, I know there's still like 22 minutes left, but I feel... Betis, on the other hand, it's 2-2. From 2-0 down to 2-2 in 15 minutes.
Well, they really want Europa League, looks like it. It's going to be an interesting one, I guess. It's going to be an interesting finish all the way down.
Wait, so if Madrid equalize, does that mean Betis are above Villareal?
Betis have a better goal difference, I believe so.
Isn't it head-to-head or...?
Oh, yes. I think that then, I guess they have a better head-to-head.
Okay, well...
It looks like Madrid aren't creating any chances right now. And looks like Atletico have scored,
they've done their bit.
All their chances.
Is that Coquelin?
For Villareal, yes.
Well, he's not playing for Madrid, I can guarantee you that. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought that was going in the goal.
Here's Mariano Diaz. Oh.
My guy.
We're not gonna score goals with props like this. Look at that guy. Those heavy touches.
Lukaku.
In his own box. In his own half. Barely out of his own box, and he's like trying to dribble, knock it around the defender. It's okay. I still believe that.
Oh.
The ball goes in.
Oh. Well, the ball went in. We can confirm that.
Oh. What are your thoughts, Umar? You said, how do you feel about Atleti not bottling it and like showing the cojones, showing the courage?
That's the very last two games that were two must-win games that they've gone down and they've come back.
Up.
Yeah. And Atleti last year, or for the past 8 years, you wouldn't have expected them to do that, and now all of a sudden they are. I feel as if Madrid had won today against Villareal, you could feel like they were unfortunate, because they did what they had to do. But the fact that they're losing with only 19 minutes left now, I think Atletico deserve this year's La Liga title. Benzema!
And he's missed it again.
It's Olivier Giroud. He doesn't play for Chelsea, but he's cemented his place as France's number one.
Karim Benzema.
Oh, Marcelo's on.
Yeah. He could have taken more time. I mean, that's a difficult chance, so I don't blame him.
But he had enough space to take a touch, control it, and...
Yeah, for sure. I completely agree with that. I think he had the space and time given his quality.
Now, a Madrid team that's won so much, it sounds a bit crazy at this point, especially in circumstances like they've won, for example, the Champions League with the 92-48. Could it be nerves?
No, I don't think it's nerves. I just think it's like a team that's been literally squeezed out. I mean, just look at the players that are playing on the pitch right now. If you asked anyone,
Miguel,
what's this line? Well, when is this lineup gonna play? They'll probably say a Spanish Cup match against fourth tier or something. They wouldn't say that
preseason friendly.
They wouldn't say that this is a starting lineup,
deciding lineup.
So, and on the other hand, Atletico are playing with their strongest player. One of our best players this season is Toni Kroos. He's been far best top 3 players for us. I think Benzema, Kroos, and Courtois, in no particular order.
There's also the case of Hazard. We saw in 2009 a lot of Galacticos came in together at once, and then over recent years we haven't seen many big money signings at Madrid, and finally there was one, and he's been injured for 2 years now.
His case is very frustrating to everyone, and I can just imagine if the fans were in it would. Betis are winning now.
From 2-0 down to 3-2 up in what,
That's
20 minutes, 25?
That's some betting. Oh, that could have been a red card on the Valladolid player. That was a high challenge on Lorente.
You got a yellow.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna be a very, very, like, I don't know how to say it, like slow 15 minutes because we're really not creating any chances.
If Real Madrid could just score one right now, these last 15 minutes are going to be crazy because there's obviously the chance Atletico concede any moment.
Yeah. Especially how Valladolid have been.
But right now there's a 2-goal margin that Madrid need to overcome, and well,
I think it's still possible if we score one in the now, right?
Yeah.
I think it'll be much easier.
But just the fact that Real Madrid right now are over here, competing. They're competing for the La Liga title with a squad that's had, 62 injuries or something?
I think 63 if you count the Toni Kroos COVID case.
And how many goals have they scored?
Less than that.
So with a negative goal difference, injury difference.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at it that way, then definitely we're...
Zidane has worked a miracle here with a group of players that... Alright, sure, they might have been the best group of players for the last 6 years or something in the world, but... paper thin squad. Turning up to match days with 14 players.
Yeah, I mean, those were like 14 first team players.
And 3 keepers, what are you supposed to do with that?
Did you hear about the River Plate match? Where due to COVID cases, they had 11 outfield players. 11 players.
11 players.
All of their goalkeepers were out, and
Enzo Perez had to...
Their injured captain. I mean, we've seen that, for the Man City, squad where they had 5 cases. They abandoned the match.
They abandoned the game. 5 cases.
5 cases.
Yeah.
And they had 20.
20 cases.
And that was the case. So, is it because in England you have the resources to tackle it, but down in South America it's much more difficult?
It could be that, or what South American fans are like if their team doesn't turn up for a game. You never know what they're gonna do.
They get their matches abandoned just because too many people crowded the street and didn't let the bus pass.
Yeah, but honestly, the fact that the game was allowed to go on, that's the most ridiculous thing I've heard of. 20 players out.
Oh, beautiful footwork by Joao Felix.
Okay, chance for 3-1.
Atleti.
Nah, it's over the bar.
Albayol is down injured.
Carrasco.
For what reason, I have no idea.
Ooh, that could have huge implications for the Europa League final. Who's that? 24?
Mariano Diaz.
Mariano.
The original number 7.
To be honest, he's probably had more of an impact in a number 7 shirt than Hazard.
I mean, he scored that goal against Barcelona in the El Clasico where he smashed the ball into the ground. I mean, kids out there learning to play football, watch Mariano Diaz.
That was trademark Mesut Ozil, hit it into the ground.
Tactic is his skill. Ter Stegen had no chance. He was expecting the ball to come down low, but yeah.
Speaking of Ter Stegen, Euros 2020, he's not in the squad, of course.
I mean, he withdrew himself.
There's obviously all that talk about him playing in the 2018 World Cup, whether he should have started, of course, Neuer coming back from injury. So, do you think that's it for his Germany career? I mean,
his Germany career didn't really start.
It never... No, that's my whole point.
It didn't really start. I think it would have...
Has he given up on it?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, he's just club over country, right? Because he's hey, I'm not gonna play.
I can do what I could have the best season out there, and I'm still not being picked over a guy who might be great, but He hasn't played for 2 years, you know?
I think in 2018 he deserves to start.
Oh, definitely.
But the politicking and everything of even Bayern Munich too.
Bayern Munich, yeah.
They were like, no Bayern player is gonna.
They were bullying the German national team.
Yeah, they were like, no Bayern player is gonna play if Neuer isn't captain and he doesn't start. So it wasn't just one thing, and it just goes to show that
politics is real.
Yeah, wow, wow, really, Uber? Politics is real.
Politics is real, you know.
You heard it here first, guys, on the 6th League podcast that politics is real.
You can pretend to be for the people, you know, and you don't join the Super League, but then you can bully your whole ass national team just to, you know, we're not gonna compete in it.
That's actually such a good point.
Yeah,
that's actually such a good point.
Politics is real.
That is true, and not everyone is how they seem to be.
Like what's his name, the UEFA president? He said there were snakes dressed up in our house or something. He said something like that.
We didn't know we had snakes so close to us or something. Yeah.
Obviously referring at the point, I think he was referring to the
Juve, because he's like the
godfather
of his baby. So like that's.
He said that he had a meeting with him like a few days ago and asked him about it, and he was like, no.
A day, like just the day before, he called him and he was like, Agnelli, what's like this Super League talk? And he was like, no, it's nothing, don't worry about it. The very next day, he was like, we're out of here. So that was obviously fun.
Do you think it's a fair penalty for those 9 clubs? Obviously, the 3 clubs still in it have a greater penalty coming towards them, but 5% of revenues for the other 9 clubs. I mean, Arsenal are a club who are already in Europa League.
Yeah, so like they get 0.
They get 0.
They're not even in Europa League.
They're not in Europa League. You know what?
So like they get 0.
They get 0.
Because it's like they're European, right? So at this rate, they might have like. They have no sanctions. They just have that first thing.
I think Willian plays for them. That's enough of a sanction as it is. Speaking
Last 10 minutes.
The guy wanted to win the Champions League in 3 years with Arsenal.
And they've actually gone reverse.
They
were in Europa League. And then they got like, kicked out earlier.
They got kicked out.
They made it to the final. And then he joined them, and then they got kicked out earlier, and now they haven't even qualified. He's literally gone in reverse because that's what he wanted to do, right?
And now he's being sold. By the way, he's leaving at the end of the year.
Yeah, how's he being sold? Like,
I think he's being let go on a free or maybe something very.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like,
yeah.
who's buying him?
Like the Suarez 6 million kind of case.
Not at all the same thing.
Why not? They're both world-class players. Hailing from the South American continent.
A corner from Valladolid.
He's onside.
That was very close. I don't even know. Yellow card for an Atleti player again. They've been at war.
Okay, Modric. Oh, so close.
My God. It's tackles like those,
You know, at his age, for the number of games he's played,
I think he's like one of the most minutes.
There was a lot of talk, obviously, in the World Cup with Croatia taking every game to penalties or extra time, 120 minutes, and Modric should play 120 minutes every game. Now he's basically had to do that for a whole season, not just a month. All players.
A World Cup's just a few games, It's not like a whole season.
Yeah.
Granted, they're very close together. They're very demanding in their own aspect, and if Villareal score, then there's. Okay, that's fine. Courtois. Unai Emery is vivid on the touchline. He wants to, because, now it doesn't matter. Betis are winning.
Oh yeah, okay.
But they're fifth. They were fifth, so they might be hoping that the other teams also.
Wait, 6th. I guess you get a playoff for that, right?
7th, you get a playoff. 5th and 6th, you qualify for Europa League. 7th, you get a playoff. In Premier League, I don't think 7th gets a playoff because one of the cup winner gets it.
Yeah, the FA Cup.
The FA Cup winner gets it. And in this regard, like, no one gets it.
Yeah. I guess, but...
The ball's in through. Oh, no touch.
Who was that?
Asensio. Oh, Isco. Looked like Asensio.
If Madrid can score now, I still think there'll be like 5 minutes added on if they score.
There should be more than 5. I mean, 3 were just added on for
the VAR.
For the VAR.
But we talked about those don't really get added on.
Yeah.
What do you think of that idea Petr Cech introduced of having 25-minute or 30-minute halves with effective playing time? So as soon as the ball goes out, the clock is stopped. As soon as you take the throw in, it's...
I'm for that. I'm for that in, like, you know...
I think we see that in hockey, right?
In basketball.
Basketball, hockey as well, I think.
Yeah. But the stop clock, basically, right?
Yeah.
Instead of the time... I mean, that makes more sense as well, to an extent. But, however... you know, it's... Again... How they do it in, like, basketball is, right... When the ball is in the air, it still... Counts.
Yeah.
So, like...
Teams like Stoke City would go 1-0 up and just hoof it up there, you know, to waste time.
Yeah, but then again, a touch would mean like the ball's not in the air anymore. So, but like in basketball, what happens is that they intentionally hold out to like 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and then shoot the ball. So it takes like 1 second to go in.
Then the other team doesn't have a chance. Yeah.
But obviously that's not comparable in football because in basketball they have like 110, like, you know, 114 as scores. Unlike
here we get 0-0s.
Here we have 0-0 and 1-0. So, I like the idea of stop clock, but it kind of like, you know, injury time. You just keep hoping like, you know, he'll play a little bit more.
You're gonna lose that.
Yeah.
Just think that 92-48 wouldn't have happened up to the moment.
Of course it would have.
It wouldn't have.
Of course it wouldn't.
It wouldn't have.
It was 4 minutes added.
Yeah, no, I'm saying there's no minutes added. I'm saying there's no minutes
added.
It
right. In that regard. Oh, okay, fair.
But you would have to settle for an 89-48.
Given how much stoppages that were that game, I think it was fine. Like, you know, how long each Atleti player were taking to get off the pitch.
I feel like teams like Atleti would actually benefit from this.
Stoppage?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I feel...
They'll have a vision like we need to
do this, we need to do right now, you know. There's always that chance, of course it's the referee's decision, right? There's humans deciding it, but once you bring in the stop clock, it's just a timer and it's just gonna go down no matter what.
Yeah. Down to the last 5 minutes plus added time in La Liga.
Oh, Benzema.
And he scored.
Okay, so
but I mean
Ramos for the first goal, Ramos for the second goal.
At that time, they were losing 1-0. Great finish.
How ridiculous would it be if Atletico just conceded right now?
And we need to score.
No, yeah, I know. The Madrid game would be ridiculous if Atletico just conceded right now.
Great finish.
I'll be honest, if Atletico concede, I don't think they're going to score again. Because... they don't seem like the kind of team that can, you know, do it twice. They did it once. That's great for them. Okay. You know, for this goal, I actually thought Benzema took too long. It felt like now he's had that other chance in mind where he took not long enough.
Yeah.
And he's just overcompensating for that. But
to be honest, I felt like Benzema should have scored the one where the keeper messed up.
Oh,
like,
for sure.
I mean, that was like a Timo Werner miss.
Yo, let's not disrespect Benzema like that.
Here's Mariano. Oh, what is? It's gonna be attack versus defense, and like you can tell, it's like 3-on-3 already. By 2 touches for Villareal.
Valladolid are relegated. Even if they win their game, they scored twice against Atletico now, they'll be at 34. And the 17th place team is 36. They're gone.
If they win?
If they win, they'll be at 34. Oh, Benzema!
Karim! Antala Karim. Karim.
Do you think you can expect a music video releasing soon from Benzema, like in 3 days' time?
I don't think so. I think he'll go into mourning. He should go into mourning. Oh, beautiful defending. You know, but you just think about.
That's a foul.
That should be given.
That has to be given.
Given there's going to be 5 minutes added on and Valladolid have an attack.
Wait, Nacho didn't start this game, right?
I think he did.
Is Varane playing?
He's injured.
Okay.
Oh, great play. That's a foul.
Apparently not.
Apparently not. What do I know about football? Here comes Villareal, 3-on-3, 3-on-4.
Ooh. Oh,
Great
the
block.
guy made a great run in the middle.
Oh, great tackle. Oh, and it's our throw now. Going till the end.
And he's giving it straight.
Ooh, that could be a pen.
That should be
That
a
could.
pen. That should be
Valladolid
a...
should get a pen.
Okay.
Valladolid should get a pen. That's it. That's a pen. What's happening?
Oh,
Is it a weird
okay.
chart?
I think no. I think advantage was played or something. I think they were just
in the
showing-
penalty box.
I think the chance they just shot, they showed the shot over the bar. I'm gonna assume advantage was played.
That looked like a pen.
Oh,
no, that was
that's
the-
replay.
+4, Umar.
+4.
They took 3 minutes
For the
just
VAR.
for the VAR check. Setero Paribou, where is the justice? That should have been a pen on Valladolid. Just because I don't want them to get relegated. They should have a winning chance. No, but like, come on, that looked like a pen.
I was a pen 100%. I feel like we need to see it more in context. We just saw the challenge itself, like how the play went on from there.
Okay, Madrid have a break.
Madrid are on a counter.
But Mariano has the ball, so like I mean,
It's a 3-on-3, and he's given it straight to the Villareal defender.
what is this guy? How is this guy like our go-to?
Why does every Madrid player have this haircut? That's Militao. That's Varane.
Varane didn't have it before. Yeah, this is his new.
Oh,
look.
Villareal. Oh, that touch was so bad. Who is that?
No idea who that is.
Yeah, there's
But
a
this
reason
is
why
so-
we have no idea.
But look at Marcelo. Everyone's just forward.
Look at Benzema on the left-hand side.
Oh, that's
Mariano
a tough
did
ball.
look at Benzema on the left-hand side.
That's a tough ball. Luis Suarez has gone off. Oh, goal!
Oh,
We scored!
Modric!
Scored. Come on!
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Valladolid.
1 minute 15 seconds for Atletico to concede now.
Valladolid. They should have had that penalty. They should have had that penalty.
What a strike, Luka Modric.
Oh my god. In the 93rd minute, 92nd minute. Oh,
What
what
a
a finish! Zidane, who? I'm kidding. Don't shoot me. But oh my days, left foot. Oh, it came off the defender.
Okay, 50 seconds for Atletico Madrid to concede.
Oh my god, that just doesn't look it. Doesn't look it. Doesn't
Okay.
look like Valladolid's gonna.
I mean, they do have the ball. This might be a final chance. Okay, no. I feel like that's it.
That's it.
Semino is really balding, I feel like.
I mean,
There was the last time I remember looking at him, there was a lesser bald spot there.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
15 seconds. Oh, wow. They're taking 20 seconds just to get the ball back to Trippier, who's going to take another 10 seconds now to throw it. And that's 3 minutes up.
oh my god, that is it.
And there it
they're
is,
gone
full
out.
time. Atletico Madrid, La Liga champions, well deserved, might I just add, because twice in the last 2 games, twice they have gone down, and twice they have come back. Both with Suarez winners, right? Both with
Suarez winners. That
Barcelona.
is very, very true.
Barcelona, where
Joke of a club, you know,
Bar-
not only costing themselves the league title, but also costing us. But
king of the match, Luis Suarez, who would have thought?
Atleti deserve it so much.
No, for sure.
like they've kind of like cemented, like now there's a big three in Spain, and they've been very like how they started off the league.
Yeah.
They really went for it.
Yeah.
Last year they got lambasted a lot that what's his face, João Felix hasn't really fit in, overrated guy.
Yeah.
Last 2 years, and similarly they had to sell Griezmann.
Yeah.
A guy that's so important. But like looking over the years, looking from 2014 since they last won it, this is a completely different team.
For sure.
They've got very few of the same players. And they're celebrating, and rightly so. They deserve it every single bit.
You'd see a certain goalkeeper playing for the other Madrid who is now changed sides.
Oh wow. Thibaut Courtois.
Oh, I just realized Thibaut Courtois has lost the title to Atletico. Thibaut, you deserve that. Thibaut, you deserve that. No bias here. All friends here, but no, screw you, man. Screw you. And with that, the La Liga title race going down to the very final day.
Very final seconds. Very final seconds.
Seconds, actually.
Literally on the last kick of the game. And at the same time, the emotions are very contrast. Because one team has won the league.
Yeah.
And the other team is relegated.
And you can see their players, right now, sitting, crying. And I do feel bad for them. They gave it all they had.
One of their players had a really good chance and he missed it, but I'm sure they'd be like rooting over that penalty as well.
I wonder how Trippier communicates with Simeone. I don't think he knows English, and I don't think.
I think it's kind of like a mixed bag of things, right? Pass, shoot, and move,
tackle, press,
run. Like the very small vocabularies or the very basic vocabularies are done. But huge title. Also interesting to know, Carrasco leaves Atleti, after 2016, goes to China, goes around the trip, comes back last season, and mid of last season actually, and now comes and plays. This is still a great player. I think he was like one of the like reinforcements to the squad
for sure
that this team needed.
He has been ridiculously good since he's come in. Remember that goal against Barcelona where he got the ball through Ter Stegen's leg?
Yeah,
that was unbelievable. But this Atletico team, obviously they don't have superstars like the Madrid and Barca team. Especially, I think you have Felix, you have Suarez, and you have Oblak. You have three big names.
No, they've got a lot of players. I don't.
They have good players. I'm not saying they're bad players. I'm saying they're good players.
Lorente, he's had an insane season as well, right?
Okay.
Like since the whole season.
He's had a ridiculously good season.
Yeah.
No.
Koke, Saul.
And for like a defensive player to be, actually.
He's been playing right mid a lot.
And he's been scoring.
Savage. He's a great defender too.
Yeah.
He's no. I don't know. He's no Eric Dyer.
No. He's no Eric Dyer, but he's no. My point is, he's no Sergio Ramos.
Yeah, that
Lorente is great, but
I
he's
agree with you.
Toni Kroos. Yeah.
But to win the league, right? You just need to win more matches than the other team. You don't need to win all of them.
That's true.
You look at where Madrid and Barca slipped up.
Yeah. That early.
Yeah, you look at Madrid. Didn't lose a single game against top four.
Yeah.
But lost against the likes of smaller teams.
Yeah. I suppose those big games are the ones that are there for pride, and then those little games are the ones that actually win you really titles.
Have to. Yeah. So you don't need to motivate yourself for the big games because you know what the big games stand for.
Yeah.
But for the small games, you can be relaxed. You can be caught lacking and give up the league in those matches. So.
And obviously, today, for example, with the title on the line, both teams went down. They both came with the right motivation, I'm sure.
I mean, both teams went down and both teams ended up winning.
Yeah.
Just shows.
Madrid left it a bit too late, but they got there in the end. This was a great final day.
Indeed.
A great final day. Are you okay watching the trophy celebrations?
I'm okay. I don't think I'm gonna watch the trophy celebrations. I think I'm gonna cut it short and
call it a day.
Eat the samosas that are waiting for us. Yeah, and what else is there, Umar? And Well, we have mithai as well, gulab jamun, laddu, and other things, burfi. But we're obviously not going to be eating in celebration.
No.
We're going to be eating in sorrow. Well, I'm going to be eating in sorrow, but...
a great day for football. A great day for La Liga.
Definitely.
Great advertisement, I think. Going down right to the very last day. It's not very common. Nowadays, we see, especially, for example, in the Premier League, titles being decided in February, January.
Yeah.
And it felt like this title was also decided, let's be honest, until...
We had this talk, we had this debate on WhatsApp, right? We're talking about the competitiveness of the league. And my argument was that, like, La Liga for the title is more competitive. Like, those three teams... It always goes down to that you don't know who's gonna win it until the last couple of match days. However, unlike other leagues, right?
Yeah.
It's all over the place, and like you said, it finishes in like mid week.
Yeah. So is this the right time to end it? I guess thank you everybody for tuning into the final day of the La Liga season. Atletico Madrid, champions of La Liga 2020-2021. Commiserations to Real Madrid, very well fought, and I think that's it from us here at the 6th League podcast, and we'll catch you very soon for the Champions League final. Take care, bye-bye.